Are you a small business owner who feels like everything rises and falls on your shoulders? Like you're the one holding the whole operation together while trying not to fall apart yourself? The problem is not just the workload, it's the internal weight, the quiet overwhelm, the pressure to be the one who always knows what to do. The truth is, you don't just need more strategy, you need emotional leadership, because how you lead yourself determines how far your business can really go. I understand this because after over 25 years of building businesses from scratch, I know exactly what happens when the pressure gets loud, your mind starts racing, your decisions get reactive, and your peace becomes collateral damage. But there is a better way, and I'm going to walk you through it today so you can step into the calm, grounded leadership your business has been starving for. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leavona. Welcome to the Leavona Show. I have been creating and building businesses for over 25 years. I'm a mentor and sales coach for small and new business owners, and I'm here to help you win. If that sounds like something you would like more of, subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe to this channel now so you can find me later when you need me. Now, here's what I know from experience. Most entrepreneurs collapse emotionally long before their business collapses financially. The breaking point usually comes when you've given every piece of yourself away, decisions, energy, emotional bandwidth, without ever stopping to refill. You have felt that moment where the phone rings, the inbox fills up, someone needs an answer, and something inside of you says, "Oh man, I can't do another one like this." But here's where most entrepreneurs miss the mark. They assume the solution is more hustle, more pushing, more forcing things to happen. I learned the hard way that emotional reactivity is the silent thief of leadership. It makes you rush decisions you should have slowed down for. It makes you tense up in moments where calm would have opened doors. It makes you carry burdens that were never yours to carry in the first place. And this is the part nobody warns you about. Emotional leadership is not weakness. It is your sharpest edge. After more than 25 years in this game, here's what I've seen repeatedly. The entrepreneurs who stay calm under pressure always outperform the ones who panic. Because calm produces clarity, and clarity produces strong decisions. But here's what will surprise you. Emotional resilience is not a personality trait. It's a discipline. You build it by learning to regulate your state before you manage your strategy. When I was scaling one of my earlier businesses, I learned that if I made decisions while being overwhelmed, I invited chaos. But when I led from being steadfast, opportunities opened up that I would have missed in a reactive state. You felt this before too. Those moments when everything is pulling on you at once, yet something within you decides to breathe. Slow down and rise above it. Now here's where everything shifts. Leadership is not about being loud, bossy, or forceful. It's about being the emotional thermostat in the room. When you are calm, your team calms down. When you are grounded, your customers trust you. And when you are decisive, your business follows your example. That is why I always tell entrepreneurs, you are an entrepreneur, not a firefighter, not a panicked operator. You are a leader, and leaders don't wait for peace. they create peace. When you can hold steady under pressure, you tap into what I call the true edge, that ability to move through storms with clarity and honor. Your emotional state becomes a business asset because it shapes your decisions, your presence, your confidence, and the culture you build. So in closing, please hear me. The calm leader wins, not because life is easy, but because emotional authority puts you back in the driver's seat. Business rewards the person who can stay grounded when everyone else is spiraling. And my friends, you can absolutely become that leader. If this message has been helpful and it has encouraged you, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It will help spread this message to more aspiring entrepreneurs. Now at this time, we will move into the freestyle portion of the video that I do every day. As you know, it's called the why factor. I believe it is important for us to remind ourselves why we do business. Let's be honest here. Things can get really hard at times for us entrepreneurs. There are times when we can downright question everything and really doubt ourselves and the mission we're called for. That's why we need to recall daily why we went into business in the first place. And listen, because life is precious, we have to cherish it. So tonight, let's take some time to reflect on all of these things. Why did we go into business, guys? Why did we go in at all? We went in because we have a gift. We found out that there is a gift in our hands. And like I said last night, some of us have lots of gifts. But we choose the one that we feel the market is showing signs that it needs the most. And we give it everything we have. We do not go in half-heartedly. We go in to win. So we do all the preparatory work and then we start pushing. And we start believing that this is what I want. This is what I've been gifted with. This is one of the strongest ones. And here I come. Hello, world. Because if you do your research right, you'll find out that there are so many things. There are so many things in this world that are wrong. And if we are integrous, we can help to fix some of them. We can't fix all, but we can fix one. And I'm going to try to remember to tell you a story about something that happened to me today. All right. So that's the first thing. I changed the order here and there. But, you go in because you have the gift and you know that the market is rotten and the people are rotten who are running things in there. And you try to see if you can bring a nice, beautiful Caribbean breeze, a nice breeze from wherever you're living. You have that breeze come in and sweep the market and caress people with love and honesty. The next one is freedom. Freedom is always a good thing. It's always a good thing to be able to get up and know that, your business, your office might start at 9:00, but you don't have to show up until 11. Because you have trained your staff to carry for the 2 hours. You see what I mean? But when we work for corporate, if corporate say our punching time is 9:00, we better be there 8:30. Don't let me get started. All right. And the last thing is people. Because without people, we have no business. We need clients. We need customers. We need partners. And so having the ability to love people, to serve people. This guy, Bronson said in one of his videos that people, it's everything. And I felt really encouraged because these are the big hitters. And I've been using this method for years. And to hear him say that people is one of the important ones or the important reasons why we have business, I said, maybe God did anoint me. Because sometimes you doubt yourself, oh, yeah, these guys are the big sharks in the tank, and here it is. I'm coming in 25 years later with what I know, and I'm not looking at anybody. I'm just going with my methods. And to hear that I've been out there saying that before he dropped that, it just encouraged me. All right. So we have the gift in the hand, the freedom that we will not sacrifice at all. We're not breaking that guy. And we also have the love of people. Now, we talked about, and I'm smacking my lips, but I'm doing it. Some days I can't help myself doing it. I make mistakes. But today I actually did it just because I felt like doing it. Stupid on me. Anyway, you have to have a lot of confidence to call yourself names, right? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, not forget this piece before I go into the Life is Precious part. Do you know that I told you that the market is full of rotten people? I mean, really disgusting, horrible mechanics, painters, plumbers, the whole bunch of them. Disgustingly dishonest. So about a month and 6 days now, we have a Dodge Ram van that we use for logistics and moving and what's not. And I worked hard. My husband and I worked hard. We bought the van and we paid off for the van within record time. I showed up to Dodge Ram a month and a half ago, month and 6 days, because they told me that there was a recall on the truck. So I took the van in. It's one of those, it is a van, right, Daddy, or is it a truck? I just keep mixing them up. Anyway, it's like something that you can move with, like a box truck, a long truck, whatever, right? Yeah. So, I took the stuff in, and from the time I put my van down in these people's establishment in their garage, my phone started lighting up. They are begging me, we would like to offer you something for the van. Excuse me? I came in for a recall. I will not sell my van for the world. And let me fast forward. My husband and I have received written offers, about 3 of them. One came in my mailbox yesterday. I got so annoyed because the essence of this whole thing, as I wrap it up, is this. They are so dishonest and disgusting. The truck went in with it had a shortage in the camera at the back. And so they said the radio, which my husband diagnosed it and said he thinks that something happened with the radio, because there was a day that I called AAA to take it somewhere for me. And AAA sent a guy who put these cords onto my batteries, and we saw sparks. And we think he blew out the radio. But we had no proof. We didn't take a picture. And so I let it go. So now I get down there. And all I know is that they're telling me that it's the radio that is causing the short in the cameras at the back and what's not. So I said, okay. It took them a whole month. From the 15th of October to the 15th of November, these people, I had to say, okay, guys, I have to get the truck back. I need the truck back. So we go in. They knew that I had this company that's called Sunbit. I don't know if you guys know about Sunbit. But when you go in, you can use that credit system to pay for what you owe and not have to pull cash out. And then at the end of the month, you bring it into your whatever you do when you're doing your tallies. Well, can I tell you that this man was in the building the day that I showed up to take my truck out, and he never came to say hi to me or anything. But he found out that I was sitting on a couple of $1,000s in the Sunbit account. And suddenly, he shows up at the end after they found out what I was holding in my account. He shows up and he says, there is something wrong. We have to do a quick check because the check engine light came on. And you know how sometimes sometimes we girls, we don't see things right away, or sometimes even we guys, we don't see things right away. But I know that they always do something. Like you might go in just for an oil change and they're telling you how your tires are bad. This is bad. That's bad. Trying to rack up some fake, strange, expenses on you. And so I didn't catch this guy. I didn't feel it because I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, they look dedicated in here. They're not like Nissan that I deal with the other cars. These ones look honest. I wonder if I could switch and have them service my cars. Because like I said, everywhere I go, I can't find a good mechanic. And then my husband says to me, we leave the truck, and he says they are seeking an opportunity. They just finished charging us $650 to put the radio in. And now they realize that we have a lot of money on the Sunbit account, and they're telling themselves they're going to get some more. Well, it went into so many days more. Yesterday, I got annoyed and I told them off, and I said I would like to have my truck back. I am tired of the waiting. It has been a month and so many days, and please have your service rep department stop sending me offers to purchase my truck, my van, whatever the heck it is. I want to be left alone. Yous are beginning to make me feel very uneasy. Stop it. I'm not selling the van, truck, whatever. I am not. It's not for sale. Now let me have my truck, or else I'm coming down there and you're going to give it to me right when I come down. No more delays, no more fooling around. And I'm not. You can tell me the diagnosis, but I'm not paying for it right now because I don't have it. Everybody has to watch what they have because the economy is uncertain. He called back. He apologized. They're doing phone tags with me. I call for him. The guy, somebody picks up and says, I'm trying to get Anthony, please. Anthony is not here right now. I'll put, send you over, leave a message for him. And they have me playing phone tag. So this girl comes on later and she says to me, Anthony is not here, but can you tell me your name and your phone number? I said, you know what? Just look for the Dodge Ram truck that you guys have been trying to buy from me ever since I brought it in a month ago, and you'll find my information. I'm not giving anybody else my information. I'm sick, and I'm tired of the runaround. You tell Anthony, if I don't hear from him in 5 minutes, I'm coming for my truck. Suddenly, I got a call from him. How he was away and he had to be at the doctor's, right? This is a straight up story of the dishonesty that is out there. And that's why I say to you guys, if you have something in your hand and you know that you can do mechanic work really good and you can get into space and not allow things to change you, because I believe a lot of people went in to do business and somehow they got bamboozled. You understand? Some days we have some rough weeks and some rough months, and you get tempted to take a bribe. You get tempted to charge more because you didn't make your budget at the end of the month. My friends, we have to trust God when these things happen and not sell out. It's like what's happening in our government. We are being lied to. We, the people, we're being lied to about all these different things. And we're hearing all these things. And we feel so bad because we work hard. We work hard and we pay them the taxes and they're doing stupid stuff with our money. And when we want stuff, we can't get stuff. We're waiting for a break and nobody can give us no break. So these are these are the things I talk about. That's my story. Yes. Just watch them. I don't know if you've had any experience like that, but if you've had some, I would love for you to share it, because this has been happening to us for years. For years. We've been doing business and we can't find a good mechanic. They might start off with a good reputation and then you give them tips and everything. We're very generous and everything. And no matter how we treat them nice, they still rob us. All right, so the part about life, you guys know the deal. There is no harm. We don't have to fake loving our families. We don't have to fake loving our children, our husbands, the dog and the cat. We just love them, but sometimes we're so busy, we don't remember to tell them enough. We don't remember to tell them enough. And husbands, don't put your friends over your wife and your children. The boys always will be boys and they have to hang out and you guys need to hang out and stuff. Just don't be tempted to do stupid, foolish things, because there's so many boys who want to hang out with their boys. And then, your wife is home thinking that it's just boys and you guys are in a club and you have these girls. In my country, we call them the skanks. You go to a pub and they're throwing themselves at you like we saw the one in the game. Did you guys see that one where they caught him talking bad about his wife, and next thing you know, him and the girl kissing, and they said, "Oh, you stupid fool! How could you do something like that?" Everywhere there are cameras. Oh my gosh! Why would you throw away your marriage for a one night fling? We got to be so careful. Here it is, man. It's like there is no shame. I know first men used to do stuff like that, right, girls? But now the girls are doing it too, because they caught a woman. She left her poor husband. Nice looking old man. Well, he ain't old, but he had gray hair and stuff. But, he's a human being, man. She left him. And next thing you know, she's in a boot, in a box, kissing and hugging and kissing and hugging. Oh my gosh. With the vice president of the company. May God help us all. So guys, there is life. Lots of temptations, and we have to watch. Gotta keep our feet on the ground, and gotta value that man at home. Gotta value those kids. Gotta value that wife. When you are going through rocky times, she stood by you. When you are going through rocky times, he stood by you. Don't let nothing come between you and your marriage. Let's go for 50 years. And all these crazy years you hear these old people go through. All right? So that's about it. The rest, 8 o'clock. If you guys think we're doing better on the time, put a comment. Give us some encouragement and say, yes, guys, we notice you're getting there. You're getting there. Put some suggestions too, if you will. But yeah, we've been trying. Like I said, I get myself together behind this desk by an hour before, and I just relax and I go through my stuff, go through all the pointers that I have to make and all this stuff. So, that's about it. We're trying. Selling with integrity and honor, right? That's one of the things that you have to do. Don't sell and don't scam and don't try to get the fast buck, because the Bible says that money has the ability to fly away. So you might get it fast and then it just disappears, right? It just leaves. Mental health, important. You have to build the business and not allow these different pressures to make you lose it mentally. And don't scoff and don't say that that can't happen to me. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to you even when you don't have a business. You're just at work. And between the work and what's happening in the house, you can fall down. All right. So watch your mental health. Build a business, but don't lose that. Because if you don't have your faculties together, you can make silly mistakes, go into partnership with people who bring their representatives, and you don't know that you got scammed until, you look in your bank account, you find out that the person and you had the account, it's a joint account, and the person pulled out everything that was his and yours. So be careful. All right. And then we're going to come back into the questions and comments later. I don't know how much time we're going to have as we grow with that one, but it was something that we started to do because most times when you start businesses, like especially with brick and mortar, people would not come right away, or they might come and flood you. But with this particular game, you have it comes in slow. So we utilize that time by saying, okay, we're going to have questions and so on. But we haven't had, that hasn't taken. It's moving slow. All right. So 8 p.m. every night, Monday through Friday. All right. And then, like I said, we want to do some free teachings and what's not. But I'm thinking that I want to course through the year and just let you guys get to know me, let you get to know the material. And then I'm going to try to go in a little more concentrated format into the knowledge that I possess and that I want to share. All right. So I want to thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking the videos. Please like them. Please share them if you think the information is impactful. And, when we get the sharing and the liking, YouTube pushes us more. They give us a certain amount of views. So basically, we're advertising with them and we don't have to pay. So as much as you can help me to get my ads out without having to put my hands in my pocket, it would be a great thing, because that's what I'm accustomed to doing, to starting without having to spend. So that's where I am now. I'm pushing the stuff along the road, and I'm putting the work in at the back and trusting God that it takes off like it always does, and I don't have to spend the money yet. All right. So it's been a pleasure talking to you, my family. My husband is sending me a message to tell you something. I want to show you something. I have this thing, right? In one of my videos, I told you guys. To me?
Yeah, don't show that.
You see it?
Hold it back where you are.
Okay. All right. So guys, if you can see this is a plant. In one of my very first videos, I told you guys that sometimes you have the plant in the office and you don't remember to eat. You don't eat. You don't drink the coffee. The coffee gets hot, and somebody loves you in there. They bring the coffee, but then you leave it on the desk until it goes cold because you're so busy. And then you also have plants, or somebody might have given you a plant when you started the business, but you didn't take care of the plant and the plant is dying. So what I taught you one of the tricks that I do. And I said to you, if you have a plant in the office, I want you to say a prayer, right? I'm trying to teach you about changing your mindset and the way you think. And I said to you, if you have a plant in the office, I want you to start showing the plant some love. Water the plant. You drink your coffee, you take care of you, and I want you to take care of the plant too. And I want to take you another step into the spiritual realm. And I didn't explain it like that, but I'm basically letting you know how my mindset works. And basically I said to you, talk to the plant. I want you to connect your business to the plant. And as the plant grows, tell the plant, we are in partnership, right? Me and you. I am attaching my business to you, and you are attached to my business. So as you grow, my business will grow. I don't know if you can see, but the big, thick leaves of this plant, and we've only started here about 2 months now. The big, thick part, it was here, and it might have had one branch there. But if you look closely, you can see there's no scam, there's no game. And I would go and I would, you're doing such a beautiful job. Now, don't you forget now, you and me, we're attached to each other. And as you grow, I'll grow. And as I grow, you'll grow. So we got to work this thing together. And next thing you know, I started seeing, and I told my husband, so he's fascinated because he has seen me do many things like this in our lives, in our marriage. And he saw it and he said, whoa, and it's just going.
Yeah, we've had that plant a long time, and it was just staying all small.
Yeah.
Until you started talking to
Yeah, it was just sitting there looking all dead. And I even told it, I said, look, I'm gonna buy you a nice big pot. And I actually saw the end results. But we'll bring it to you and we'll show it to you time and time again as it continues to grow. But it has just begun to push with leaps and bounds. And I remember today my dear brother and sister and my friends, my family. I remember today, I'll just put it and I'll respond to her through my talking. But I remember coming on today and I had a thought, sometimes as soon as we wake up in the morning, the devil tries to make us feel doubtful of our business, doubtful of our intention, doubtful of our mission. Why are you doing that? You're not getting comments. You're not getting anything. Nobody's responding. The views are very low and all this stuff. And I remember I just felt like in my spirit that I must still praise God. I must still praise God. And I must just thank him for the little things. And then I stepped into the room this morning and I said, look at you. You've given me some other branches. And it just encouraged my heart. All right. Queen Nico, I don't know exactly what's going on with the comment thing. I don't know how they're deleted. I want you to do me a big favor and give me the videos that the comments were on. I don't even know how to approach YouTube or anything like that. We're gonna, when I get off tonight here, there's no approaching them. We're too small and they're too big.
They delete. The best thing I would say is if you see it's deleted, try again.
Okay.
Sometimes when you comment, it doesn't show it to, and you come back later and it's there. So.
Yeah, but her comments have been missing. Yeah, hers. You have been missing for a long time. Nico, my dear, could you do me a favor and just you might have the copies by you, right? Is that how it works? If I do it, it's showing on my end, but it might not be on your end. Is that how it is? Because if you
made a comment and she's not seeing it.
Yeah, if you made the comment and
the platform just don't let it through.
I don't understand why that is going on, but I've heard many of these the YouTubers are saying, oh, they're blocking my stuff. Why do I only have this much comments? I remember when I came on, I was blazing a path. They were giving me so many showings, and then suddenly it started to slow down. I don't understand, these are all the things that goes on in this world. Just put it back up, my friend. Put it back up. Don't get discouraged. Put it up, and Danny and I will try to troubleshoot a little and see what we can find. Or you don't remember which ones? Don't worry about it, Mama.
Yeah, she could just keep trying.
Just keep
always like that when you start.
Yeah, it's and you're one of my faithful ones. You're my faithful ones, and it's just like I said, we fight all kinds of stuff. The powers that be, and they don't want you to get anywhere. These are the things I have to push through. Just keep sending them. And we're going to go behind the scene and see if there's any block on our side, if we touch the button by mistake. All right? And I'll come back at you. All right, so I give you my husband and I'm trying to see if I can get. I'm giving you a big heart, okay, Mama? I'm giving you a big heart. Just keep trying. Don't give up. All right, and we're going to come off now, and we're going to go in the background and see if we can find if it's from our end. But like he said, we are small, and they're huge, and they're not going to listen to a little ants like me. I'm not big yet. And even when you're big, they don't pay you no mind. I know guys who are in the millions, and you hear them saying, please, guys, please. I don't know what's happening, but YouTube is doing something to my channel. Oh, anyway, good to hear from you. I missed you last night. I said I didn't hear from her. Have a good night, all right? And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Be there or be square. God bless you.